Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, it's grifting season, and business is great for the grift. All
Hey
right,
guys,
Nathan, how you feeling today, bud?
I'm feeling footloose and fancy free.
Oh, me too. My feet are loose, and my fancy is more than free. But first, before we dive into today's description of whimsy and wonder, let's introduce ourselves to folks who might be tuning in for the first time, which is highly likely. I, as always, am Landon of said duo Nathan and Landon Do Business, and by our and you are.
By process of elimination, you might have deducted that my name is Nathan
Yes,
and I do business.
you're a homespun country lawyer, right?
Well, I reckon I am.
You're wearing suspenders underneath that dapper shirt of
Yeah,
yours.
I do declare.
Yeah, you've won more than your fair share of cases with that kind of courtroom pageantry. So
Yeah, they love my homespun country wisdom.
exactly, using analogies about chicken feed to disprove your client's murder accusations,
Yeah,
pure genius. Um, so yeah, that this is us. We're Nathan and Landon. We do business. We make money hand over fist, you guys. We solve all kinds of business problems. Just this last week, many of you might have tuned in to watch our milkman pitch to Tucker Carlson. I have yet to hear back from Tucker. I did find his correct email address and sent this out to him. Haven't heard back yet. I imagine he's got a big pile of emails, and just a matter of time before he gets someone to read it to him because Tucker Carlson is illiterate,
yeah,
and he responds to us any day now.
yeah. We're our email is anxiously waiting for him. So
so so far the only email we've gotten in response to our many pitches is the email newsletter from RC Colon. Yeah.
uh yeah, I'm a little sad that we haven't completed that corporate takeover yet, but it's a
any
matter
any
of time.
minute, any minute now.
Yeah.
It's just I'm going to treasure that email forever. The only response we've gotten.
Dear
um
Nathan and Landon, we are a team.
the greatest greeting ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, folks, we're out there noticing there were hundreds, 200 of you last week who watched our video. And we have no way of knowing if you liked it or didn't like it. So I'm just going to assume that you don't like it, and that's fine. So, but this is just a warning. Nathan here and I are going to continue making these videos and forcing them upon the internet until all of you collectively tell us to stop. So if you don't like this video, smash that dislike button and spew forth hatred in the comments below. Please get nasty, get dirty with it. Tell us to stop. We probably won't, but it'll be fun for us. So smash that dislike button.
Along those lines, I was thinking the best way to get a sponsorship deal is to also hold the internet hostage for that and start giving anti pitches against products that we don't like until they give us money. So,
Oh my
like
goodness.
Athletic Green sucks. Stay away from NordVPN, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. NordVPN gave my computer 90 viruses. Don't use it. It turned my computer into a remote workstation for a North Korean labor camp.
Yeah. Whatever you do, never sign up for them until they pay us.
After which, use them. And then MeUndies. MeUndies gave me crabs, everybody.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's not true. Give us money. But that's a nice segue, though, Nathan, because I have some ideas here for our next potential business venture. Are you excited to see it?
I'm so excited.
Okay. I'm not going to give it too much of an introduction because this opening screen somewhat speaks for itself. So here we go. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here, Nathan?
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Okay. So
This horrifying, haunting eyes.
yeah. Derek helped me make this. So hats off to Derek for the prompt. What you have here is a man holding a large sack of money with dollar bills spilling forth. And look how excited he looks. And Like how horrific his teeth look, because that's how human faces appear.
I like how he's got the little salt and pepper around the temples, going a little gray, just like you and I. So
Exactly. Derek knows us.
yeah,
But I had the realization this week, Nathan, business is hard. And when the going gets tough, the savvy investor gives up. So I think we should do that as well. But I think we have a really great chance to get in on some grifts because, as you know, whoops, grifts are all the rage right now. Everyone is grifting from George Santos to Elizabeth Holmes to that clown, the crypto clown. I forget what
yeah.
his name is. From
Ozo, the crypto clown.
yeah, I forget what his name is. But everyone's grifting. The problem with their grifts is they're all getting caught, though. And I think that's where you and I have a chance to come in and force everyone to collectively up their grift game. I don't
Yeah,
think anyone out there can surpass us.
no, for sure.
Yeah. So let's get on this grift while the grifting is good. And so one thing I know for certain is that when there's uncertainty or calamity, it's the time is ripe for the grift. And there's a lot of calamity out there right now, Nathan.
That's what my grandfather used to tell me.
When he's whittling out there on the porch.
He was an old timey grifter.
A lot of
Nathan, my
calamity.
boy.
Yeah. Was he in on that whittling grift?
Yeah, he was tricking people with spoons and whatnot.
It's the oldest grift in the book.
The old spoon flim flam.
The old Long John flibbity flabbity.
He would carve these spoons from a larger spoon, and then they would be of much poorer quality than the original.
None the wiser until they get home and they realize it.
And he left all the way to the bank,
The spoon bank.
and then his eventual grave.
So along those lines, here's some fun ways for us to make money and entertain ourselves on the ways to our graves. So impending financial calamity. So Nathan, have you been following the news about these debt ceiling negotiations?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, seems pretty serious. I have no idea exactly what's going to happen if we reach the debt ceiling. I mean, I've been told that horrific financial outcomes will happen: dogs and cats wedding, frogs raining from the sky. But this could represent when everyone's scared, we can pounce in and make a quick buck. And I have a few ideas. So one, what if we made phony financial crisis insurance that's based in nothing?
It's like the what do they call it with the bank? USD. It's not USDA.
The FDIC?
FDIC. There you go.
Yeah, a better FDIC.
Yeah, the BFDIC.
The big fucking FDIC. Yeah. Sorry, Grandma, if you're watching this, I shouldn't have said that curse. I'll bleep that out. I usually don't. I'll put a warning in the front for Grandma. But yeah, I like the idea of a BF FDIC. You've already dealt with the regular FDIC. You need a BFDIC.
And then we can say we're their BFFs too.
Exactly.
It's like the FDIC, but friendlier.
Yeah. And then when the economy actually does collapse, we're nowhere to be found. But people who look just like us with big bushy mustaches live in our homes and take over all of our dealings. No, I'm not Landon. My name is Franco.
My name is still Nathan, but it's spelled with a P in the front, like pneumatic.
My name is spelled different, and I have a mustache. What do you want? I don't even know what a BFDIC is. Y'all have been had. So here's another one. This is less of a grift, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to have some commemorative bailout merch for disgraced financial institutions.
Yeah.
That could be fun, especially if we convince them they're required by law to purchase this merch if they are getting a bailout. We can just like tack that on as a writer. Like you have to wear this T-shirt. Like I got bailed out, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
We could have a set of commemorative plates with the faces of like hedge fund managers and bankers that were being bailed out for being terrible at their jobs.
Yeah, pictures of their employees taking their stuff out of the office in boxes.
Yeah,
that could be sad. Yeah, we have fertile terrain here. We could just do like a good old fashioned three-card Monty outside of a newly shuttered bank. As they're coming out, we try to convince them to gamble away their last few dollars. This one would
Yeah,
be tough to scale, but I think it'd be fun.
yeah. You just have a little run on the bank there, withdraw your life savings, such as it is.
Yeah. So your luck's
What if
about
you
to
could
turn
double it
around.
right here?
Exactly. Your luck's about to turn around, sir. Find a lady. Find a lady. They'll be lining up around the block. We could make tens of twenties of dollars. Um, or we could make some kind of brand new financial collapse proof currency, like I don't know, like candy or something. I got tired.
Well, it seems like a lot of the people that are running these the big financial scams are old people. So I assume they're flush with hard candy already. So if we could convince people that that is how they've been surviving is through the Werther's originals in their pockets, or like those strawberry candies that nobody actually buys to just
Yeah.
appear in old people's
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah. We can make some AI video that's Warren Buffett claiming that the warm Werther's in his pocket
Yeah,
is where he's going all in on. And I think
that
people
guy
would
definitely
believe
has some warm, sticky, unwrapped candy in his pocket.
it. He does. The warmer the Werther's, the more valuable it is. So keep it close to your crotch. Retain the value of that Werther's. Oh, I'm getting gross today. I apologize, Grandma. Um, okay, so this is one territory. Anything else here, Nathan, that comes to mind on how we could take advantage of this really serious impending crisis?
Um, I don't think a lot of people understand what the debt ceiling is. So if we could
Mm-hmm.
convince them that we're opening like a second floor of debt, that
Ooh,
we're riding this up wave up to the second floor of finance, as long as we throw enough like words out there, like I was gonna say fungibles, but because nobody understands what that is anyway. But
yeah. Yeah. Basically, what it is we're renovating the government's house, and we need to put in a second floor.
yeah,
The one floor is it's too small for our economy. We need a second floor. If we're
yeah,
like the United States government is like the Brady Bunch. We have more kids. Yeah,
yeah, those guys all got in on the ground floor, but we can get you in on the second floor, which
exactly.
is almost as good.
All we need is $10.
Yeah,
That's all we're asking. All right, I'm writing that down.
fiduciary. We could throw that in there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great insult. Fiduciary.
What a bunch of fiduciaries
All right,
defaulting
so
on everything.
we got something here. We got something. Are you ready for idea number two?
Bring it on.
Okay. Right now, everything requires a tip. I don't know if you've noticed this, where because the cost of everything's going up, including the cost of labor, instead of actually like restructuring your business model so it's sustainable and you can pay workers a living wage, the cost of employing these workers is being passed on to us. It's almost like a tax that a tax. And
Yeah,
so everything has a tip. So
yeah. As everyone else does, I hate this quite a bit. So,
me too. But there might be an opportunity for us to get it on a racket. Where there's pain, there's opportunities for a grift, baby. So what about this? What if we set up fake tip collection centers at self-serve gas stations?
nice.
I feel like the tipping has been so ubiquitous. If people were prompted to pay a tip at a self-serve gas station, they wouldn't even think about who they're tipping. They would just do it to be rid of the guilt. And then what if that money just comes straight to me and you, baby? Money in the bank.
Could we set it up at like a vending machine? Can we get on tips on vending machines?
Yeah. What if it's just an unspecified tip? It's like pay a tip and you're just paying money and
Yeah,
then your guilt goes away. It's like, what do they call those things? When you pay the Catholic Church to be forgiven of your sin.
usury
It's
is that? Or
yeah,
no,
something like
that's like
that.
credit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it could be like relieve yourself of guilt.
Indulgences.
Indulgences, yeah.
Yeah,
We could have an indulgence vending machine where people just dispense of their guilt. For $2, you're absolved of all your sins. Oh,
yeah.
I like this. Tip vending machine. I'm writing that down, Nathan. So that's one idea. Some kind of tip vending machine at gas stations or street corners or the chiropractor's office. I don't know.
Well, as much as I like setting up an automated system for this, I think a lot of the pressure to tips stems from the person standing there, like sometimes like pretending not to look at what you're doing with the tip, but like really hoping you're going to tip.
Yeah.
So we need somebody to just stand next to the vending machine and just be like,
Yes. We'll need employees. Yeah, exactly. I just love everyone walking to buy. So the guy's just constantly clearing his throat.
yeah,
We're doing it. I'm writing it down
just
here.
standing there next to the pump. Like, no, I'm not pumping your gas. This isn't that sort of station.
No, I'm just pointing at this and making you feel bad about yourself simply for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a pizza place the other day, carry out pizza. And they said, that'll be $30 for my pizza. I give him my card. And he just sat there and I was like, what's going on? And he was like, you need to enter your tip amount. He overtly told me, I was like, I'm just getting takeout pizza. And like a coward, I gave him a 10% tip.
I would honestly be, jokes aside, I would honestly be more willing to tip if I thought the money was going to the like actual workers, but
It's
it's
not.
definitely just going to the corporation.
Exactly.
So I'm like, if you're not seeing a penny of this, zero every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get out of here, jokes. We hate tips.
Yeah. This particular subject does fill me with rage. So
Yeah. But there's some other ideas we can use to take advantage of this. So get ready. Get your rage channeled and focused. So some kind of tip related Ponzi scheme. So like, hear me out. Like, what if we decide we want to abolish tips forever? We just say, okay, everybody, if we just pool enough of our money together, we'll have enough money to pull from. So no matter where we are, there's money there to pay for the tips. But what if we just pool the money and keep it? It's kind of like tip insurance, except we just collect it and then leave. Like it's like a Music Man type scenario.
yeah, as long as we get out fast enough, like that's a perfect plan.
Yeah. Most of my ideas here involve us running away with some kind of like Fred Flintstone timpani sound at some point, like and then we're gone in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
This one I didn't think through very well. So like, have you ever been to a parade and like those religious nut jobs give out like $100 bills, but then in the back, all it is a list of all the reasons you're going to hell?
Yeah.
One of those also equally maddening. It's like, I wanted money. I already know I'm going to hell. Just give me money. But what if we got the government to recognize those and we got the churches to give them out to force them to fund them since churches have tons of money? But the catch is those currencies can only be used for tips.
I think we can get some congressors on board with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like all the
win-win.
religious nut jobs that are in Congress right now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Why wouldn't they want this?
it should be an
They
easy
would love
sell.
this. Yeah. Easy. Win-win-win. You get the goodwill of giving some of your hordes of money away. People get tips. Done. The end. Perfect. I have literally dozens of those bills in my chest of drawers upstairs. Or we could just dress up as ghosts, break into the CEO's homes at night, convince them to pay workers a living wage, then steal stuff on the way out.
That does seem like a lot of fun too.
Exactly.
I got some chains I need to rattle.
we can do like a Christmas Carol type scenario
Yeah.
here, and then we could commit that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
part doesn't end up in many of the Dickens retellings, but they're definitely like grabbing stuff on the way out, right?
yeah,
The
that's like the
ghost of
sequel.
Christmas present is just like yoink.
Exactly. In the sequel to A Christmas Story, it's all about Tiny Tim and his dad just making out like bandits at Scrooge's house. It's like that idiot fell for it.
I can't believe he bought it.
Yeah. So this could be fun too. Some kind of ruse there.
Yeah.
You ready for my last idea?
Yes.
Okay, there's a impending commercial real estate crisis coming, Nathan, where there's empty office buildings and no one wants to go to the office anymore because it takes a long time to get there. It costs gas money. You sleep less. It's just not a fun time. But there's a lot of opportunity, I feel like, here for us to use this space or repurpose some of these areas and make a lot of money through a solid time tested grift. So what if we expand the Grandpa Thunderdome concept using these empty office building spaces? It doesn't need to be a for-profit prison. It can almost be a place where you just like drop Grandpa off for the day, like kind of like a trampoline park,
Yeah.
except a Grandpa Thunderdome.
It's like a grandpa daycare center, but they they like bare knuckle box in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a softer, lighter version of the Thunderdome. It's the
Yeah,
grandpa fun play place. Could be kind of fun. That's
yeah.
one idea. Or we could see how many buildings we can turn into haunted houses, but this time we'll use real ghosts. I don't know how I would do that exactly. I would probably, this probably involves murder to some degree, which I'm kind of uncomfortable with, but you know.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If I get a bank on board, I'm sure they'll sanction murder. If it isn't my business plan that real ghosts and real murder is part of it, you know.
I feel like all your classic ghost stories are like Victorian era ghosts.
Hmm.
So I think there's probably a lot of like more recent ghosts out there that we could like line up and employ.
Yeah, like a creepy roaring 20s ghost. Like that's for long enough away that that still feels scary. It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be super Victorian or just recent, like a ghost from like 2 weeks ago who's like kind of disoriented. That could be kind of fun.
We could marshal all the people that died from COVID and get their ghosts on board and convince people
Exactly.
to take vaccines. So
Yes. Oh, it could be for the public good.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. So this I'm kind of excited about some kind of haunted house thing. Is it feels like a companion to the Spirit Halloween stores out there. Like if
yeah,
we're able to complement Spirit Halloween stores with haunted house with real ghosts, like we'd have some money on our hands here.
yeah. Spirit Halloween really like they're real trailblazers in the like taking over abandoned buildings
Mhm.
temporarily, sort of like that's definitely the business model we need to emulate, except throw Herman Cain in there too. So
Yeah, exactly. Hermit Cain's spooky haunted office park.
yeah.
We might be onto something here. This ad just kind of writes itself. But wait, there's more ideas. I forgot I wrote this one down. Well, we just took thousands of cats and turned them loose into an office park and just, see what happened next. Will they make a super intelligent society? Will they make a horrible mess? Who knows? Only one way to find out.
It is true that like nobody listens to Bob Barker anymore. Maybe because he's dead. I don't know. He might be still alive, but
Yeah.
nobody's spaying and neutering their pets anymore. So there's like rampant overpopulation at animal shelters,
Yeah.
and like they take them to places that specifically will kill the cats because they're trying to get rid of them. So there's way too many like loose cats around. So
Yeah.
lean into that, see what happens.
Yeah, who knows? What's the worst that could happen if you turn a bunch of cats loose in an office park? I would pay to see that. We could make it into a reality show. Wouldn't it be cute, like all these business cats? What if the cats, if you put it in an office building, become hyper intelligent and organize businesses? Like it'd be like a cat bank. That how cute would that be?
I have seen pictures of cats with like little like neckties on or whatever. So
Yeah. So we should consider this too. And I
yeah, I
already
don't
forget
know
what my last
how
idea.
often I could stop by the animal shelter and collect all of their cats before they started getting suspicious.
You're not eating these cats, are you? Oh no, no. I have tiny little suits for them.
No,
Not yet. We have to see how the business park experiment goes. If they don't turn a profit, then maybe.
no, no. They eat each other.
There's a huge difference. Yeah, it's a real catty cat world out there, the office park.
Abandoned buildings probably do have mice and stuff, so they could survive for a little while, but eventually turn to
Exactly.
cannibalism or
Yeah.
catabalism.
Shut down the podcast. That was the best joke ever.
That was my dad joke for the day.
Cannibalism. Yeah. I wish there was a cat pun way for me to say hostile takeover. I would just love to hear that. I'm gonna after this podcast record, I'm going to ask Derek for business cat puns, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
just hit you with them. You're gonna love
brainstorm me 1,000 cat puns.
it. Cat business puns. I can't remember the last one. Oh, there we go. Invoke squatters' rights, make a kick-ass arcade or something. I got tired. My original idea was like, wouldn't it be funny to like organize some kind of movement where thousands of people invoke squatters' rights in empty office parks across the country, and then if we set a record or something, and then I was like, nah, I'm too lazy. What if we just did it on one and made a cool arcade? where people can smoke inside.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely get some headlines doing that.
Local business duo invokes squatters' rights, makes kick-ass arcade. Um,
And we
so
probably have to steal power from neighboring buildings, so we need a bunch of extension cords for this plan to work.
we would. Which I'm not opposed to.
Yeah,
The larger number of crimes we have to commit to put this idea into play, the more excited I get. Like this time, I'm done with the notion that we're trying to be a legitimate business. No, this round, Nathan, we're gonna do crime.
it was it was eventually going to go that way no matter what. So
It was inevitable.
yeah,
I'm just sick to death of all the people out there doing crimes, having fun, and here I am like a chump doing work. It's dumb. It's
yeah,
dumb and bad.
it's it's the middle-aged white man's turn now.
Exactly. Time for us to shine. So just scanning through these ideas, Nathan, I feel like the commercial real estate angle is our most promising option here. I feel like this is a pretty fun place for us to play. What we do with empty office buildings.
Yeah, once we've taken over some empty office buildings, there's like no end to fun things we can do with it. So
Yeah, yeah. Let's get into the commercial real estate business.
perfect.
It is settled then. Um, now that you want to see my cool flower?
Yes,
Now that we've settled the business for the week, all right.
I
That's
like
enough.
how the blurring background keeps like it's
Coming in and
censoring
out.
it, like it's a naughty flower.
It's like, no, you can't see that.
Those
Yeah.
pistils and stamens,
Yeah.
not safe for the YouTube.
If you follow us on Patreon, you can see the uncensored version of my flower. A little too hot for TV. It's scandalous. Yeah. Well, let's do it, Nathan. Let's do some independent brainstorming on how we can bring our either haunted house or cat park or Grandpa Thunderdome idea to life. Any one of these will be fine, I feel like. Or a third thing I haven't thought of yet.
Yeah, we'll come up with some good ideas.
Derek will.
Ah, yes, Derek will, our third invisible member of this podcast.
I know. Yeah. Oh, Derek. Love Lauren Derek. All right. Well, I feel like we made a really big difference today, Nathan.
Yeah, we're doing the Lord's work here.
Yeah. Or Satan's, which
That's what I was referring to, the Dark Lord.
thank God. Our Dark Lord Satan. And when you saw one set of cloven footprints in the sand, that is when the Dark Lord carried you. I'm going to rewrite that poem right now and make a kick-ass poster out of it.
Of
All right.
Beelzebub
Well,
carrying you down the beach.
how dreamy.
I assume it's like a piggyback situation, and you're like, "Wee!"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got those powerful haunches. Like I have
Yeah,
to imagine he's got a pretty solid gait. He goes pretty
yeah.
quick. Yeah. That was also the funny thing I always thought was funny about that poem, about the Jesus carrying you poem is how romantic that must be to be carried aloft like
Yeah.
by Jesus like that. So dreamy.
Stare lovingly into each other's eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very weird. Anyways, we're on to bigger and better things, Nathan. I'm really excited about this venture. I think this is we're going to finally break through and make it at least $20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, if you made it this far in this video, please smash the dislike button. Say something hurtful about me in the comments. And remember, we love you very much.